Hey guys, Ralph from Georgia here with you, aka VHS82 apostrophe, with my ongoing X-Files, a closer look. We are in season 2. It is episode 9. It is the first one post One Breath. Scully's abduction, her coma, and her coming out of it. And this is the first case that we see both Mulder and Scully and get back to it. Sort of a monster of the week type episode. Revolves around, as the title suggests, Firewalker, a mobile robot used in volcanic study. Kind of goes down in there where people can't go because of the extreme heat and whatnot. Well, a transmission has been sent to a Dr. Pierce, who is off site, I guess. And he is very disturbed to see the body of one of the researchers there in that area, in the volcanic area, in the extreme heat. Obviously looks dead. And so they're at a loss. They got a team up there, and there's a lot of money riding on this project. And so without making a big ado about it, they do what the only thing you can do. You go to the FBI and they send you to the X-Files department, and you get a little bit of a meeting with both Mulder and Scully, who review the tapes and decide, yeah, we need to get out there and check this out and see what on earth is going on with this research group and this potential. Once you see the video footage and the implication of seeing a shadow suggests something is down there that ought not to be down there, ends up destroying the equipment. And so you got a mystery on your hands. And so, but what was really fascinating about Firewalker, I kind of wish they would have come up with a different title. I mean, I don't know. It seemed kind of like a quick, easy, the mobile robotic instrument is called Firewalker, and so therefore just the name of the show. But this movie, or this episode, reminded me so much of three things in particular, and maybe more so on the second time through watching, which was early this morning in the darkness of my movie room. It reminded me of that Italian sci-fi horror flick, Alien 2 on Earth, just going into the cave systems and a lot of that stuff going on. But also reminded me of The Thing. A lot of elements reminded me of The Thing. And then Lovecraft. There is a Trepkos, the main doctor or professor doctor, who is the center of the mischief. It is believed, or it's being presented as though he may have gone crazy and gone on a killing spree, killing people on the research team. And so he is sort of put out there for us as a go-to villain. It's not as all seem to be. There may be a newly found silicon-based organism that defies all sense of believability, might have been found. And that is where, some of the Lovecraft stuff is, venturing deep down into the earth, and covering something that begins the process of wanting to break out. And like Alien 2 on Earth, you kind of got this sense in a small what would happen if it broke out and got into the general population. And so Trepkos ends up not being a bad guy. He ends up being the only normalized guy, because everyone else in the team has actually been exposed to this fungus spore. It kind of reminds you a little bit of Alien Covenant, and how they kind of took that approach much later on, of course. But the way the cinematography runs and everything, it just, there are moments in the lab, dark corridors. There's a scene where it involves Mulder in this a room by himself, listening to something on a reel-to-reel audio message. There's just some atmospheric things going on, and he right off the bat believes something else is up here. It's not as obvious as it's being laid out, painted for them, where Scully is just it seems pretty easy, clear cut. Let's just sort of take it and get out of there. And it's not that easy. It's not that easy. It is, the first time, I'll be honest, first time I watched this episode a couple weeks ago, because I had got myself out pretty far ahead of myself. So it kind of feels like forever since I've actually even sat and watched an X-Files. But this morning, I wasn't sure what to think the first time. It just seemed kind of like, oh, well, it's just, another one. But this morning, watching it, I don't know, I just had a whole new sort of, I don't know, it was impacting me on a totally different level. I think I caught some things I didn't quite catch before. I think, the minute I started thinking about Alien 2 on Earth, I said, ooh, and then I really started thinking about the Lovecraft stuff. The thing, analogies to the thing. Obviously, you're going to draw parallels to earlier episodes like Ice. But this is this is really sort of an interesting, some of the practicals, with the fungus, the spores, growing inside the body, and then ultimately it needs a new host, and they end up exploding outward. And if you're anywhere near those spores, when they you're infected too. And so it really is, when we first introduced to this situation, it's one man has run amok on the entire team. And what you really find out is it's flipped reverse. It's the entire team has been exposed, and one man is trying to save the world by containing it. And at the heart of it all is this really intriguing silicon-based entity, which ought not to be. It should not be, but that is the intriguing, that is the intriguing part about delving deeper into how old our Earth really is and the secrets that it hides. And it is, there are still, that's the right word I'm trying to look for here. There's still mystery left on this planet, is what I'm trying to say. There's still mystery left, and this episode gets to the sort of the heart of that there are things yet uncovered, and maybe we don't want to uncover them because we don't know what the ultimate effect will have. But if you've ever seen Alien 2 on Earth, which is, an Alien ripoff, Italian, fun from 1980, Ippolito, a great score, man. It's just, the movie's fun, but it's same sort of concept, right? Sort of, yeah. So if you're, definitely in the mood for some Lovecraft-themed, isolated, maybe a creature running amok of sorts, definitely is an intriguing episode. And it is the first time we get to see Scully out and about post her coma state, and when we last saw her. The quote, if I managed, at this time, of course, I'm just recording this, so if I managed to, I had recorded a quote from the show, which ought to be the first thing you hear when the video begins. As long as I did that successfully, that really is what I mean by the Lovecraft-themed elements. Just that quote alone is just an amazing thing. Just to hear and think on. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. So I think next is Red Museum is next on our list, and we'll be up to episode 10 already in season 2. It's not going to take long before we get to the end of the second season, and we're actually thinking about season 3. So definitely looking forward to that. So X-Files, man, it's where it's at. I absolutely love this show dearly. And this was an episode better second time through. And it's always best when I can get down here, turn all the lights off, it's pitch black, it's just me, the TV. Although one of my little ones came down with me this morning and watched half of it with me. it's just, I get more out of it, I guess. I'm more awake. It's early in the morning. I got my coffee, and it's just, I'm just enjoying it. I'm taking it in. And that is the absolute best way to do things with anything, I guess. But anyways, so some football. We got the title games on today. And then before you know it, we'll be on to the Super Bowl, and the football will be officially done. And some of you will probably be glad for that. And then we'll be on into the off season and into spring soon enough, into the summer soon enough, and all that lies beyond. All my hopes, all my prayers for each and every one of you. Thank you for the support and all you do each week in and out. As you come in, check these things out. Hit the like if you haven't. Drop a comment or two if you haven't. Appreciate it. Always, as always, we end these things off with Go Bills.
This is not a dream. Not a dream.
We might be useful to you.